What's up, everybody? It's SoundwaveSpectre here, doing another SoundwaveSpectre sells vlog thing. Today, I don't have too much to show you in terms of the selling side, but we did have one sale because I do this in batches, especially since I do it kind of casually. But here we go. Let me pull it up. So I managed to sell for parts a Hyperkin Duke wire controller, which I remember people memed on me for even getting back in the day. But I used it for a while, and then eventually the sticks on the right sticks just kind of gave out. But I was very honest. Even showed the GamepadTester.com error chart on my listing. Showed that the screen did still work, and managed to get bid all the way up from $14.99 to $46 at checkout. So we got a good net profit there of $37.25, which is awesome. And I'll show you guys how I do my things here. Sorry for the light mode. Ooh, it's even blinding me. But I have a very extensive Google sheet here going of all the things I have and all the things I'm selling. And I do have a lot listed. I do have not too much on eBay. I mean, I'm trying this time because this is all a new adventure for me, kind of thing. I'm trying to do a lot of Facebook Marketplace, and these are things I still haven't listed yet. I'm trying not to do too much at once because I don't want to overwhelm myself and sell everything and then have to my only days off that I go run around and deliver things. But so I have a couple of good things here. So this week, however, was more about getting product, which is I had some really, really good hauls in a Facebook Marketplace. Again, I've never bought from Facebook Marketplace. I never really dabbled. I tried some new things this week too. So Facebook Marketplace, I paid $50 for this upcoming haul. I got a couple of nothing burgers in here, so I'll show you the nothing burgers first. And I got Call of Duty Ghosts, PS3, Kingdom Hearts, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, standard run of the mill. Excuse me, I work at a video game retro reseller shop, so a local mom and pop shop. Like this is standard stuff. Spyro, the guy accidentally threw in Thor: Love and Thunder, which I never saw, so maybe I'll watch it. I had no desire to. I'm kind of done with the Marvel movies. Speaking of Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, which I started playing the PS5 one. Pretty sick. NHL 22. This one I did kind of like. We got Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. I had that digitally. It's a pretty good game. But it also came with a collectible the game manual and art book. So that's always a good seller when there's that extra little bit in there. I got Garbage Connect games, which dime a dozen. Price Charter has them listed for about like $5 each. I know who's paying $5 for these. I would never actually pay real money for them if it came to it, because they go for $1 at best. They're everywhere. But the real reason I did that was I saw this instantly, and I told my wife, my mother-in-law was over. I was like, guys, I gotta go. This is guys asking $50 for this lot. So all those shows so far. Then we have NCAA 14, which you may or may not know. Sports games always degrade in value, but NCAA 14 for the 360 was the sports game for a long time. It actually was going for about 120 at one point, 90, 120 around there, depending on the market. Ever since the new game came out, the game has tanked in value, but it's still holding at $30. And what's crazy is, I don't know if you can see it in my lighting right now, but these games are all mint too. So $30 right there. I'm sure there's still people who are searching for this one because the new one does apparently have some bugs in it and whatnot. I don't know. I'm not a big sports gaming guy. But the real creme de la creme in that was I got the Deadpool game, which shot up to like 175 at the peak of the movie. It's still holding out about 80. So I figure even if I sell it at 65, 70, this is all straight profit. But also I still want to play it, so I'll play it first, have some fun with it, and then resell that there. So that was a great haul. I saw that instantly. I was like, hey guy, you want $50 for that? Is that for the whole lot? And it was like, yeah man, whole lot. I was like, You free in an hour? He's like, yes, sir. And met up and got there. Now, I'll show you some other things I've been really dabbling with. Has been shop Goodwill. And I probably shouldn't be, showing my, my hand here, but I'm very transparent. I don't want to show everybody how I got it. So before I show that, I will show, I got a good haul there. I'll show you a bad haul I got from there. Again, this is all about trying new things, so I'm trying to test things. I've worked about, I think, 6.5, 7 years in video game retail, whether at GameStop or the store I'm working at now, and love it. I think I'm pretty good at it. I've been reselling casually online for years and years and years, but this is something I was trying now to branch out on and really just do as a side hustle because, times are tight. And, well, everybody uses extra money. And, it's about the passion too. I really enjoy the thrill of the hunt kind of thing, not to mention, I also have a rule of thumb that if there's any game I really buy, any haul I go for, is not a haul I would be upset with if I had to keep it. You know what I'm saying? As you can see over here is other stuff I'm selling. I got a I got 2 urban camo dual senses for dirt cheap. One for 40, one for 50. They go for 75. Even if I sell them for 60, I'm still making a profit. Not great, but there's no overhead here. I don't have to pay rent, storefront rent. I don't have to pay employees, so it's okay. I can make those quick, the small returns. But so this is one that I came into my store one time. It was Apocalypse. It's the strategy guide, and I remember renting this game as a kid. It's the Bruce Willis PS1 game, and I just remember his character says something at one point. He's like, "Oh, it looks like these guys need a little more lead in their diet." And I thought it was the most badass thing. So I was like, "All right, well, this is cool. This is cool. It's a Bruce Willis thing." So I found this game was on Goodwill. I don't have the listing in front of me because old listings kind of expire on your account. So I think I paid like $10 plus shipping, which Shop Goodwill is cool. It's like as eBay with less sharks in the water, but they get you with these crazy fees and shipping and handling. The taxes and shipping and handling sometimes double your order. So I probably pay like $20 for this. I was trying to do something cool, like a go for 30 for this altogether. But good old Blockbuster all up in this bitch. Totally. It's like destroyed. And then the game is, you might be able to see it. Let's see if I can. You could still see some of these scratches on the side over here too, even in this terrible lighting right now. Absolutely cooked. There's no way I could sell it. Totally. Oops. That ain't gonna help the resale value. But totally cooked. But like I said, this is all about learning. Win some, you lose some, and all your losses you could write off as a business if it ever actualized the business. Another thing I tried was GameStop has some great buy 2 get 1 free deals, and again, it's I had to already get somebody a Christmas gift, so part of the Christmas gift I tried to go for some things that were a little bit higher, and I got a Metroid Prime remastered and a Final Fantasy Rebirth. Both games I haven't played yet. So again, my thought process is if I don't actually sell it, it's worth it. But I paid about, I think it was dollars to donuts, spreading out the discount. It came out to 23 a pop. This one goes for about 30, 35. And this one goes about 35 as well. So, small profits, but the condition is pretty good. This one has a little nick on the case there, which... yeah, that's the danger about shopping online at GameStop. I'm usually a big fan of GameStop, despite most people hating GameStop. I'm usually a pretty big fan. They don't really do me dirty, and it's such a big store. You usually can go back and get what you want if you go and squeaky wheel gets the grease. Go and complain enough. Another thing I did try. This one came out to I think $109 each. But I tried to go for a nice limited run purchase here. I haven't really tried flipping limited run stuff. I've had immense success flipping collector's editions. In fact, I sold the post-pandemic edition, which I'll try and get a picture of. The post-pandemic edition statue of The Last of Us. I got it. I think it was $130. I worked at GameStop at the time when it came out in 2013. And I had it on my shelf for years. And I think I want to say back in 2017, I ended up selling it for $700 on eBay. It was wild. I was so happy. I only walked away with, after all the eBay fees, that was one of my first sales on eBay too. Like after the eBay fees, shipping and handling, I think I only walked away with $400 because I ended up shipping it to Mexico. I didn't know anything about eBay back then, so lesson learned. But so I've had immense past success, especially with ESO. I used to buy the collector's edition of ESO every year, and then when the new one came out, I would flip the statue of the old one, and I keep all the stuff and just flip the statues. The statues go very well. So I was thinking about getting back into trying some collector's editions. So I got a couple of limited run things pre-ordered. Probably more than I should have, admittedly. A little risky. Not like I don't have a wild amount of capital to really play around with working at a mom and pop shop, but we'll see how it goes. You gotta risk it. You gotta spend money to make money. So this is one of them. Again, something, if I get stuck with it, oh well. Oh no. It's a Tomb Raider, the Lara Croft collection. I have both these games already on PlayStation, but collector's edition on Switch sounds kind of cool. They were fun games. They are top-down Lara Croft games. So I got 2 of those. So I'm hoping to at least sell them. There's no price charting number even on them yet. So, and I looked on eBay. It doesn't look like anybody's even posting, or at least haven't even sold these yet. So I think I'm going to put that up any day now. Again, I do this in batches. I'm trying to do new stuff every Monday with 10-day auction times. So I'm hoping Monday's my posting day, Wednesday's my shipping day. But also, there's a couple of local places I like to go to on my days off on Wednesdays. So, we'll see. So I want to show you guys the next Goodwill haul that I got. That was amazing. Now, they had some garbage in this, and this was it was a bidding war. I paid $170 for it, and it came out to be $196 after all the garbage fees. And these also came not in a rough condition, but in very dirty condition. So I did have to clean all these. But honestly, I kind of passion and pride in the work. I enjoy the cleaning. That's weird. It's just satisfying to me. So, I got Madden 64. It's kind of garbage, but it's a 64 game. 64 games always go. SingStar Country, again, pretty much garbage. This one was a little disappointing. Oh, actually, this is not from that. Actually, I apologize. These first 4, Rayman was not in the case. Nuclear Strike, Spyro, and Caesar Palace. Spyro was destroyed, by the way. So I'm not even going to sell that one. But these were actually part of that $50 deal also that I got on Marketplace, which is really cool. I sorted them as I was cleaning them, so I didn't sort them by lot anymore, which I should have done before this video. Then, in that lot, I got a couple of great PS1 games in this $190 PS1 lot. I got a couple things that are just kind of garbage. NASCAR 98, Real Fishing, a couple of the old PlayStation Underground demo discs, if you ever played those. I used to love those as a kid. There's another one. I had this very one as a kid too, so this was really awesome to see. I think I just threw it out when I was younger. Rallycross, some other game. Those are all nothing. The average, the commons, if you will. Then I got a Nightmare Creatures complete in box. That's going for about $38. I think 35, which is awesome. Never heard of that game, but I'm looking forward to test that and play it out because I always test everything that I sell. Point of personal pride, I want to make sure everything works and everything's in good condition. I wouldn't want to sell anything to anybody that I wouldn't want to buy, which is why I'm always a big fan of you have to be 100% transparent with everything you post. And now I also have these. This is really what was exciting to me was every Tomb Raider game on PS1, Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, 4, well 4, Last Revelation, and Chronicles, which I imagine these are going to go down in value a little bit since the remasters, but the greatest hits, even greatest hits, still sealed, awesome. They didn't even post that in the listing at all. So that was a great find. When I saw that plastic seal and that little shine, I was like, ooh, instantly going for that bit. But that isn't even the coolest part about this haul here. So, because this goes for about 75, 80 easy. So I'm already working with profit at this point. Because each Tomb Raider goes for about 20 if I recall correctly. And I'll post all these on price. I'll post the price charting screenshots and stuff so you guys see. But here's the cool find is the Resident Evil long box. Now this goes for anywhere between 100 to like 150 depending on condition I've seen. And that's exciting. The disc is very great. There's minor little cosmetic damage on the box itself. But the disc is fantastic. The only other thing, you've got the registration card, got the manual, fantastic. The only thing that bothers me about it is this is a little loose, and these are kind of pushed in, so it doesn't hold the disc very well. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do about that one yet. If there's a way that I could even fix it. Anyone have any ideas? Comment down below. I would very much appreciate it. I'm just using the manual and the registration guide to prevent any scratching of the disc right now. And what's good also though is because I work at a retro game shop, any kind of scratches or anything on any of these hauls, I just go to work on my off time and they have the JFJ Pro resurfacer and take care of it real nice. So this stuff is all going to be stuff that's going up in my next batch for sure. Another thing I also grabbed, I kind of wanted to play around with the idea of getting some extra fluffer stuff, if that makes any sense. Stuff to fluff up like lots. So I got a couple of, I got like a Baldur's Gate 3, sorry, not the Force of Habit, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance complete in box. I've always wanted to play that anyway, but the disc was clearly resurfaced. And it's completely in box, but I've always wanted to try it. And the remake for PlayStation is insanely $30. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the game is fantastic. I haven't played it, but the remasters being 30 and not even having online co-op, kind of crazy. Then I have this thing that I enjoy playing the worst versions of each games. So at work, I ended up getting End War on PSP, which actually is an Advanced Wars clone instead of the voice-based RTS. And then I also got Civilization Revolution because I love that game personally, and I thought it would be fun to play it on the DS. So those are things that I got in my hauls this week. I have some great stuff also that I'm posting still. I got like an analog pocket I got for really cheap. I have, let's see, on Marketplace now I have Analog Pocket sealed. I have Metal Slug Anthology sealed. I got the Horizon Zero Dawn Kickstarter exclusive expansion and 5 of the base set games, which is awesome. The Last of Us Collector's Edition, I am selling the statue. I'm keeping the game as Steelbook. Well, I have my own opinions about that game, but and I do love that statue. It was a gift from a friend of mine, but again, times are tough, so sometimes you got to downsize, and it's a huge statue like this big. But I already sold that. Just have the pending delivery. I have a Pokemon Black that I got for $120, and that goes for 150. I already got that sold too because Pokemon is liquid gold in the retro reselling business. But yeah, so we're cooking. I'm very much enjoying this. I guess we'll call it a side hobby. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Again, it's for me. It's the thrill of the hunt. And I had a customer today come in, and he was very adamant that he's not a reseller. He's not a reseller. Not a reseller. As if there was like some stigma to it. But I thought it was really silly because when you're a reseller, you're still providing a service. You know, you are finding the product that they wouldn't have else necessarily found on their own, right? Like it's kind of like a finder's fee. Now, as long as your prices are fair and you're very transparent, there's nothing wrong with reselling at all. Scalping though is pretty messed up. You know, if you're stealing, I mean, if you're buying like the PlayStation 5 Pro, you know, if you're buying a limited quantity just to sell it at a higher value, like that's kind of messed up. If it, like limited run at least prints to order, so the more that you order, the more are in circulation. You know, so I just thought it was interesting. I wanted to share that. He was very adamant. He's like, I don't. I'm not a reseller. I'm not a reseller. I'll just I'll buy stuff for a penny, and I'll make just $10. You know, I'll turn it into $10. I was like, buddy, that's reselling. Uh, but you deal with all kinds in retail. Oh, I almost forgot. I got one more haul that I'm actually opening right now live. Now I got this for $34 from Shop Goodwill. So let's see if it was $34 wasted or not. Now this one caught my eye for a very specific reason, and I'll show you in a second. We have World's Scariest Police Chases. The jewel case is pretty cracked, though. See, this is the problem with Shop Goodwill, because this is World's Scariest Police Chases, but maybe Serendipity. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is in there, though it is cut up pretty bad. It's cut up pretty bad, so we got a free game because World's Scariest Police Chases is there. I can't imagine this goes for too much. That's going to need resurfacing. But what's good about PS1 is it's usually very receptive. So we got a Tony Hawk Pro Skater out of that. That's cool. We have Sim Theme Park, which that sounds like something I would absolutely love, and my wife would love even more. Now it's got some circle scratch, some very, very light circle scratching. I don't know if you can see over here. Even if I had a good lighting situation right now, you wouldn't be able to see it. But the PS1 is very receptive to resurfacing. Again, jewel case absolutely cracked. That's okay. We could probably know it. NHL Face Off. Really don't care. Might do like a sports bundle. Like a retro sports bundle. I'm sure someone will buy that eventually one day. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Now, I loved this game as a kid. Looks pretty good though too. Again, complete in box. Nice. The Namco Volume 1 museum, which was cool. If you got all 5 volumes, you could spell out Namco. Now we have a PC game, which I usually don't like to touch. A piece of the jewel case just fell off, but it's Sims and looks a little cut up. But Sims 1, somebody might want that. It's the deluxe edition. Still pretty cool. This one has it says internet access and subscription fee required. Now this was a game I loved growing up too. Army Men 3D. This game had a great PvP mode. I remember a lot of good memories, but it's pretty cut up and nothing looks too deep. So I'm gonna say that was a maybe. Again, probably about $10, I would imagine too. And again, I'll put all the price charters up because I actually go through in my inventory and I link the price charter directly with the product. So right when I'm posting it, everything's right there. I'll even show you guys. Again, sorry for the light mode, but right here, I'll literally put the price charting right there, and I'll divide what the entire lot was per item. So here, like I showed with that last one, I actually, I essentially got that Deadpool game for $2.78 from that. So it's pretty cool. I very much enjoy that. Um, I do think I'm going to end up keeping one of these Urban Camo Dual Senses because I have had the two white ones and it just looks so cool. Oh, here actually is some of the. Here's what it was. There we go. So every single one of these games came out to. Let's see. Nope. So every single one of these games came out to $4.10. So when you put it that way, it's not really that bad. Just like the last one turned out, everything came out to $17.85. So yeah, you buy things by the lot, but I ended up getting Resident Evil Long Box and a sealed Tomb Raider for $17.85 each. Now, will I make a profit on all these when you do it this way? No, you will not. Your numbers are not going to look that way, but that's okay. So the reason this thing even caught my eye is because I didn't know they made Army Men Air Attack for. I didn't know they made it for PS1. This is one of my favorite N64 games. So I figured somebody out there would have the nostalgia like me, and that's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's actually pretty sexy looking. So I am very happy about that. I might have to play this one a little bit. I'll have to test this one extensively, if you know what I mean. But I'm very happy otherwise. And we ended up getting a free Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 out of that. So, I mean, I'm going to have to resurface that for sure. But, hey, free's for me. See what I can do. And I'll get back to you guys on that one. But, yeah, so that's the episode today. I don't have too many awesome flips to talk about. I'm just very happy that my controller that was, by all intents and purposes, garbage, was able to sell it for $37.25 in return there, $37.25 profit, which is awesome. So yeah, if you guys ever have anything out there that you're gonna throw out, just throw it up on eBay, throw it up on Marketplace. Somebody out there who can fix it and buy it. There's a buyer for everything, I think. And yeah, so we'll see how these listings go. I'm gonna list them all again. I'm not doing this vlog of the Spectre sells every single week because I don't list things every single week, but every time I have something cool to show you guys or say is when I'm dropping it. So I hope you guys will stay tuned. Eventually I'm going to be posting this stuff in my Discord too to promo it there. So if you want first dibs, maybe before the videos go out, join the Discord. I'm gonna start doing my free game giveaways on Discord too. I have so many keys from having Humble Bundle for years. I'm an affiliate there. I'm a huge supporter of them. Humble Bundle lets you buy games for super cheap if you haven't heard them, but also you could, there's a little slider at checkout. You could decide how much of that goes to charity. So I'll just go there and I'll just say I'm buying $40 worth of stuff. I'll make it so $37 goes to Black Dog Club at NC. It's a local dog rescue where I got one of my dogs and I love them. I volunteer there when I can. Like 97% will go to them and they'll just get paid and I'll get a free, well, not free, but like a dirt cheap game. So I love it. So because of that, I have so many keys that I'm giving away. So especially time of the holidays, re-gift them. I don't care, whatever, sell them. I don't care. So be sure to join the Discord. Follow me on YouTube. I've been streaming on Twitter now too. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble, all those things. You guys know what to do. And SoundwaveSpectre, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.